Hello everyone, my name's Brewcrick and you can call me Brew. Welcome back to Star Citizen. We've got a community request video today and it is an exciting one. It is all to do with this lovely, beautiful, sleek, luxurious fighter that you see behind me. And unfortunately, we're probably going to end up smashing it up a little bit. Hopefully we'll survive. If we don't, we will go out in style. So, let's get started. So, what is it you ask we are doing today? Well, it is a community request video. That means you send in your requests or suggestions or your inspirations for me and I make a video about them. And today, well, this one's from Fire and we're going to take out, well, the reason why we've got this big cannon on the nose of our wonderful 325A Origin small light fighter is we're taking it against... We're taking it against a hammerhead. Why, oh why do I do this? So I've changed up the setup a little bit. We have a lovely big cannon on the front, a size 4 fixed, and two fixed size 3 laser repeaters on the wings. We have already done a 325A video recently, but if you haven't caught that, let's just take a brief moment to appreciate the luxuriousness, that's not a word, the luxuriousness, that may be a word, but I'll use it, of the 325A from Origin. Let's go. So, last time we looked at this in space, it's nice to actually look at it from the pad. And even if it doesn't perform for us today, it'll probably just be pilot error knowing me. It is a wonderful ship. The lines are sleek. It looks like a racer more than a fighter, but the 325A is the fighter variant of the 300 series. There's 3 of them. It has some missiles, as I say, 2 fixed size 3 weapons on the wings, 1 fixed size 4 on the nose, which is very impressive. There you are there. There's the lovely panthers that we use and see so often. Oh, I've never gone under here to actually look up into the... Damn, that's cool. Look at the detailing in this game. I'm never going to shut up about that. That is so cool. So the wings physically fold up underneath it. I don't think there's any sort of external buttons or storage for us to worry about because... Oh, look at that. Yeah, that cannon on the nose. Damn. I went with a cannon rather than a repeater just because I want a bit more alpha DPS when we're going against the hammerhead. But this ship has lines for days. Absolutely has lines for days. See, I don't think there's anything. I'm just going to sprint around to the back here. Clickable on the outside. This thing is a very pretty arse. So, obviously we stare at our ship's arse quite a bit when we're in third person. So, it's quite a nice, it's a nice view for you, so it is. Oh, hi. I'm just moonwalking. Check the moon! But, I want to go into third person here and just, again, give you that look of the ship from that top-down view. I'm surprised we haven't been impounded yet. I'm going to probably just jinx myself by saying that. But yeah, here's the ship. It's nice to get a look at it on the pad. The colors are lovely. I don't know if I would choose that. Again, as I mentioned in the previous video about the 325A, you can customize those colors as well. This is a lovely ship to have. Lovely ship to have. Don't forget, at the time of recording, this is the 28th of February. Oops, bumped into the cannon. This is the 28th of February, Monday the 28th of February. This Saturday... on our, what is now weekly live stream, 11:30 UTC, we are giving away 1 million AUEC to a lucky pilot. This costs around 900,000 or so. So you could buy this ship this weekend in-game without spending a penny of real money. So join us this Saturday for our live stream, where we will be giving away 1 million AUEC to one lucky pilot as a thank you for all the support the channel's been receiving in the coming days. It's or in the past weeks. It's been crazy. It's been absolutely awesome. So how do we get in? Fortunately, there's no ramp. So first thing about this vessel is it would be lovely to have a ramp. I don't know how that would work. Whoops. In we go. And the door closes by itself. It's actually quite a big ship. So it is. It is quite a big ship. We've already done a tour of the interior on the previous video. Let me just power it up, take it off the pad before we get kicked off for loitering. I'll give you a quick relook inside, and then we'll take this thing against the Hammerhead. The cockpit's lovely. Again, if you buy this ship, I believe, with real money, but I'm sure you'll be able to do this in-game eventually. I love the Origin. I love the Origin, like, AI voice. Origin Jump Works. Operational. It's rather sultry. We have some NPCs spawning, I believe. Yeah, let's take this out for an impromptu fight. There's a lot of people talking at the same time. I think that's the Ninetales event that's talking in the background. What is it we're fighting? An Avenger. There's the space cops coming in to help. Feels good so far. So we impromptu battle. I'm not hitting this thing though. What's wrong? Is it bugged? Oh, there we go. Now we're getting hits. That felt good for a little impromptu battle. Alright, let's just take a moment to refresh ourselves with the interior. Just in case this is the first time you're seeing the 325A on the channel. Not an awful lot to look around, but it is a nice space. So again, when you're looking at your ships, go third person. That's F4 on your keyboard. And hold Z down to rotate the camera. You can also hold F4 and use the arrow keys to zoom in and around. If you ever want to reset your camera, hold F4 and hit the star key on your number keypad if you have it. But yeah, it's a nice place to be. Big panoramic glass ceiling, little blue lighting strips in the floor. You have a bed, which is a big thing when logouts do get working. Let me go back into here. Little TV. These, I think, will eventually be able to store things, but that doesn't open at the moment. Some wine glasses, of course, obviously. Why would you not want wine when you're out exploring the verse? You get a little sink, a little storage area that does work, so we'll need to put some water in that, or some beer. And if you customize the ship, you can get like a coffee maker and an espresso machine or something like that. The cockpit is just beautiful. The seat is gorgeous. And if we sit back down onto the pilot seat, we've got a good collection of MFDs. Though, again, they're quite low down, so we'll see if we lose sight of them in the fight. Default MFDs, not what I would go with, so we'll do shields, of course. We'll do target status over here. But yeah, we've got some nice console buttons over here that are interactable. Of course, the usual sort of hotspot collisioning is not the best. Alright, 325A. We've got two weapon groups over here. We've got a nice clip on our cannon. Reasonable on the repeater. So we are going to be managing our power triangle during the fight. Let's look at the ship. Oh, and there you go. You see what I was talking about in regards to its backside? Beautiful. Beautiful ship to look at. However, those little struts, those wings, if you call them, do get blown off reasonably easily if you aren't careful. Look at this thing. Oh, and that big cannon on the nose. Beautiful ship. Handles well. So yeah, let's get to Fire's request. Let's take this thing against a Hammerhead. I'll see you in the belt. You can't spell luxury. Luxury without using the word origin. An amazing little ship. A great space to be in, even when we're just flying about. Look at as we approach Yella. Just gorgeous. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, whoops. Not many more words for it. However, this ship, you probably won't want to be... you probably won't want to be doing lots of system jumps with it, unless you upgrade the quantum drive, because if we try to fly, for example, from the Kirsten area to Stanton, a very traditional run, we can just about make it. Just about make it in one go. We'd have to refuel when we get there. So definitely, possibly looking at some quantum drive upgrades. What are our tactics today for taking on the Hammerhead? I don't know. Well, we need to clear out the ads, the escorts first, as always. That'll be our priority. That's going to give me a feel for how much this may or may not balls up. We're going to be using a lot of power triangle. We need to target the hammerhead's rear, but also try and not get damaged. And again, this is quite a... Oh, so I'm in my pretty cool view here. I love that you can go right into the ship this way with the camera. This ship is bigger than things like the Gladius, and it's maybe a bit less chunky than the Titan, but it's longer than the Titan, I think. I don't think it's as maneuverable. We're going to find out. It can get up to max speed very quickly. You can see on the left there, we are using boost. Let me take the quantum off. Its yaw is actually pretty good, yawing left to right. Pitch is okay. Yeah, pitch is okay. Slowing down with boost, reasonably okay for its size, it feels like. We're using lag pips for the next few weeks. You'll hear me say that in most videos, just in case you're a new pilot and you're wondering why is my little square dot different than yours. So the hammerhead's down there. We need to burn past that. We have 4 size 3s, 4 size 2s, and of course one of the escorts is a hurricane. And rage will ensue because they are my mortal enemy. If you're new to the channel, if you're not new, you're thinking powder weapons. Give over, brew with your hurricanes. I shall never give over. They will be forever in my psyche of rage. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a power triangle sort of mantra or cycle. We dump all our weapon clips into the enemy. And then while we're dumping them, we put power back to the thing that we need while we're fighting or while we're shooting. So we need boost at the minute, because that's the thing that's going to keep us alive, so we can outmaneuver these ships. Now, as it flies past you, the hurricane, you want to roll and try and get under it, which is quite difficult when it's got an escort. I'm going to put power back to shields, and I'm going to need to disengage because we're getting hit way too much. We're probably dealing with 2 hurricanes. So, again, I'm just trying to maneuver, throw them off the scent because our shield is down. The shield, quite a long time there. 5 seconds felt like a long time there to recharge. So let's see if I am right in my assumption. There's 1 hurricane, and we might even have a target lock bug. No, there's the other one. It's a Valkyrie. So let's take out the Valkyrie first if it decides to come after us. Power back to boost. Get that boost up on the left-hand side. The Valkyrie is the easier target per se, but it does have the more punishing weapons, I feel, than the Hurricane. The Hurricane just hits so hard because it can get shots on us. See, this is not good. They're all converging on me, so I need to draw the Hurricane away max speed. This will be a bit of time to complete this mission. We have to have patience because this is not a ship designed to take on, first of all, these many targets. And at these size classes like the Hammerhead is. But we're going to give it a really good go. So as we engage, I'm going to keep power on the thing that I need. My weapons are full, so I've got power to engines, boost. And we've just been rammed. Okay. We seemingly haven't taken any hull damage, even though we went flashed red there. So I don't think the MFD can be believed down here. I think we have taken hull damage from that hurricane ramming. And again, this is why I hate them. So I'm keeping engines on boost. Switching power now back to weapons while we are engaging. Then back to boost, just to have it. You can keep it on weapons if you don't need boost or shield. So I might go shield, no weapons now because we're low. Let those weapons recharge. They recharge quickly, so you have to to be as efficient as possible. Just keep an eye on those weapons and switch them about. Power back to weapons. And then the minute I'm getting hit by any weapons fire, because this thing's shields go down super quick, I'm just going to use some of the environment to hide, because now, of course, the hurricane is a hurricane. The Hammerhead is in play. Power back to... engines. This is going to be tricky. We need to separate the escorts from the hammerheads. Let me see if I can draw them further out of the belt. I've discovered that the main target of a bounty, as in this case the hammerhead, doesn't tend to follow you too far, whereas their ads usually will. Now this is a problem in the last video. I ran out of hydrogen fuel in the middle of a fight. So I think the I do use a lot of boost. I'm not very efficient with my boost. I will be the first to admit that. But I think, here we go. We've got the Valkyrie following us. Good, so we can deal with this. I'm going to keep power on engines as I go into the fight. No shields. I'm going to keep it on shields. I think the 325A's hydrogen tanks suck ass because I've been super maneuverably... Maneuverably? That's not a word. I've been super aggressive with my maneuver and boost usage with other ships, power back to weapons. And I don't have that same problem, back to shields, you know, of it just, you know, of losing that much hydrogen that quickly. So that could be an issue for the 325A. I don't know if you can upgrade hydrogen engines power back to weapons, let those weapons recharge, and then power back to boost, because we're 50% boost. So you see, now this is a more enjoyable experience in the 325A. You can have fun bounty hunting in it. You just need to do a bit more work, power back to weapons, on getting, you know, things separated and stuff like that. But when you do, I'm having no problem here outmaneuvering the Valkyrie. It's getting some hits on me, but I can deal with that. I've got my power on shields and weapon cycling between the two, power back to shields. There we go. That was comfortable. That was fine, and I felt in no danger. Now we're taking on the ruler of Hades, the gatekeeper of the damned, the creator of all pestilence. Pandora's box was a mistranslation. Pandora's box actually directly translates to Hurricane's arsehole. And that's what the Hurricanes have bestowed upon all civilized society. A shit, rage-inducing experience. And it is mincing us there. Paper shields we have. Come on. Shields recharging. Okay. I'm losing sight of the MVTs a little bit in the fight, so what we're probably going to have to do is deploy some missiles here. The size 3s tend to mince Hurricanes, so let us deal with that. As in this Hurricane. Because I have no mood, and this is a Hammerhead video, thank you very much, Hurricane. Not a Hurricane video. You aren't worth the time, damn it. Right, we'll go in and engage as that missile's flying towards it. Hopefully that'll, because its shields have recharged and we've lost any point of firing that missile. Are you serious? Hurricane? Why have I lost targeting on you, huh? But you can see that we've pulled successfully the adds far away from the Hammerhead, so we can now deal quite nicely. I don't know why I'm not getting, like... There we go. We can deal quite nicely now with this ship. But its weapons will mince us, so we need to get under it. I'm just going to keep power to weapons, because I really need to get this thing down quick. But we will switch to shields if we need it. Again, try not to yaw. Try to roll with Q and then pitch and turn. And we just want to stay under it and behind it. You can use a bit of controlled downward thrust to bring your arse in and underneath. This is a thing I was talking about actually on stream with Oibo, I think it was. With the lag pip, you tend to be looking right into your ship rather than with, when you're doing a pitch battle like this, a lead pip. And watch the lag lead pip video if you haven't already, to sort of get a sense of what I'm talking about. With a lead pip, you are in this fight, in this way that we're fighting, you are looking at the ship more in the sort of center top area of the screen. But as we're sort of pitching around, we're always going to be looking down into the instrument cluster, and some people can find that a bit distracting. I like the lag pip on the smaller ships. I am really enjoying it. Bigger ships, I think I'll stick with lead. That's my assessment after about a week and a bit of using the new, well, not new to me, lag pip system as opposed to the default lead. But I just want to call that out, just in case you're watching this video for the first time. You're like, why does Brew's little pip look different? That would be why. We're doing well. I think the Hurricane is listened to my frustrations. Sorry for keep saying contact. It's just being a bit of a pain in the arse. Yeah, we got let off there by the Hurricane, but we did get it exactly where we wanted it to be. Hull damage. It's saying we're okay. It's saying we're okay. So yeah, 25 minutes of recording, and yeah, we're not okay. Look at that damage there. We're going to go in. We're going to go in as we are. But yeah, that's the pain of Hurricanes. If it was a Warden, Valkyrie, I think we probably could have got the adds down a lot quicker. But yeah, that's the tactic for something as small as this. Pull those adds out of the combat area. Deal with them one by one. Oh, this is going to be ridiculous. We're nearly at 50% hydrogen. I literally don't think we're going to have the fuel. We might have to go and like refuel. So as you're coming into the hammerhead, you just have to be super patient. I'm going to keep power perpetually on boost, and we're going to do a boost. I'm just going to put some rounds in to sort of see where we're at. We're going to do a boost weapon cycle. So power back to weapons, power on boost as you're unloading. And what we're doing, see, hydrogen fuel 50%, and we have to do a lot of maneuvering and boosting to make this fight work. So we're aiming for the little tail on the hammerhead. Power back to weapons, and let those recharge, and power back to boost. We need to be continually moving, because one little volley there, you see, took our shields down to 80%. But equally, we can't let the hammerhead rest. We can't power back to weapons. We can't let the hammerhead get its shields back up. Oh great, some desync or whatever that was. Because if we don't hit the hammerhead's rear shield, after 5 seconds it starts to recharge. And because power back to boost, because we're so small and dainty, and our weapons, we've got a size 4 cannon, which isn't too bad. You know, but if we let that recharge, we're losing time on target. Now, at the minute, I've sort of, don't want to jinx it too much, but we're near an asteroid there. I've been twirling around the arse of this hammerhead quite nicely. I haven't, oh, now the CC there, he got some good hits on us, 50%. So power back to engines, but we need to get some shots on quickly, or that rear shield will start to recharge. We cannot let it recharge. This takes too long, because you might think, oh, well, power back to shields, we're getting hit. And then we're going to need boost after that. We're down to 20%. Come on, recharge. But again, you need to be thinking, can I get some hits in to stop that? To stop that back shield recharging. Okay, power back to boost now. Again, just a few hits, just to get it notched, so it isn't power back to weapons, just so it isn't recharging. Because once the shields are down, you're probably thinking, oh, well, then it's easy time. No, that's when the work begins, when the shields are down. Our shields are 25%, and we're strafe turning, which isn't proving to be enough here, so we need to just, again, put some rounds in to keep that shield down. Because the hull in this thing is ridiculous, you would assume, obviously, for the size of it. And if we slow into that turn like that, he might get us. Power back to engine. See, again, I lose sight of my MFDs. Someone in the comments had said about locking the camera, and I need to change that setting. Preferably, I should have done that before this fight. We might need to break away. But we're now in this engagement. We're committed for the long haul. Like me, if you're like me, your heart rate is spiking, the adrenaline is going. But that's half the fun. Now we're in trouble. So, break away. See, 4% on the shields in the bottom left. Power back to shields. Then we need power back to boost. And then we need to get in to stop that rear shield recharging. You can't lose progress on a hammerhead fight with a ship of this size, because it just takes far too long to damage its hull. We need to keep... whoa, that was some cool laser fire. We need to keep attacking aggressively that rear shield. And we then need to try and get ourselves into a correct position. At the minute, we keep getting outmaneuvered by this massive ship. I know, hard to believe, but again, you've got me as a noob at the pilot. So we're just rolling, we're just strafing, we're using W, we're A, SD to strafe, we're using shift to then enhance those maneuvers and boost. Power back to weapons, let those recharge, power back to boost. And then we're using a bit of control to down strafe, power back to weapons. I'm going to keep on like saying this just because that's the sort of in your head, the psychology of it. Power back to boost. Now we've got the shields down. See that lovely, beautiful gold? Now our shields are down. So we need to... This is a long haul flight. We've taken hull damage. So I'm just breaking away. That shield takes ages to recharge, it feels, when you're in a fight like this. And then power back to boost. And again, just a couple of rounds. My intention of this pass isn't to do any real damage. It's just to keep that rear shield in that 5-second window so it doesn't recharge. That's my intention of this next pass. And it's still recharging a little bit. Power back to shields. Power back to weapons, because I need to just tag that rear shield. And again, our shields are completely down. This ship is not designed for this fight. And unless we get lucky, I think we will run out of fuel before the fight's over. And the problem is, if we run out of fuel, we need to go back, refuel, and we need to come back into the fight. Then the enemy's shields will be fully recharged, and then we have to start this process all over again, which has taken about 5-10 minutes just to get a bit of hull damage. Ugh. Now, technically, if I can lure the hammerhead out of this asteroid belt, I can go decoupled. And decoupled basically means we can continue our momentum in any one given direction. And we're only using boost to correct and things like that. So this is a nice place to be where we got earlier on in the engagement, where we're strafing and the hammerhead's having problems hitting us as we strafe. Power back to shields once we're putting this clip in. When you put a clip in, power back to weapons. Put it to the thing that you need in the power triangle. So I need boost now. So as I'm shooting, I'm just putting the power back to the boost. And then we'll just keep on strafing. We'll try this and just see what we can do. But I think the fuel is going to actually mean the 325A would be capable of taking on a hammerhead, because we've seen this in previous videos. Power still on weapons, power back to engines for a little bit, then power back to weapons. We've seen this in a previous video. In that, you know, if we continue this method that I'm employing, just strafing around the hammerhead. Now, it's starting to do a few aggressive maneuvers just to probably shake things up a bit. But if we do this, we will win out the day. If we're just being very careful and then doing our mantra, power to weapons, then power to where we need a boost, power to shields now, keep on plugging that rear shield, we will win out. If we're just, you know, unless we're very unlucky with some of the maneuvering of the hammerhead. Where we're not going to win out this fight is in fuel. It doesn't feel like it, because the hammerhead's barely taking enough hull damage at the minute. And we're going to have to leave this fight soon. I say as we lose shields and probably get blown up. So I might have to actually give a verdict that the 325A would be perfectly capable of taking out a hammerhead with some of the skills and tactics we've talked about in today's video. Except it's impossible to take out a hammerhead with any real satisfaction. It just smacked itself into an asteroid. Because of its fuel tank. Because of its hydrogen fuel tank. I don't think you can upgrade hydrogen fuel tanks. And we're losing progress in that rear shield. Look how much it's gone back up again. I'm going to have to leave the fight. I think I'm going to have to leave the fight, unfortunately. Again, I'm happy enough that with these tactics, we could have whittled by a war of attrition that hammerhead down if we're just careful with our positioning, careful with our shield. But I'm not going to have a repeat of my last 325A video where I'm stranded. So I think it is goodbye, hammerhead. It's a shame because I was feeling good. We lost a bit of progress there because we had to bank out so much. You see how much that rear shield has come up, and we'd have to work on it all over again. So yeah, the way that you would couple that is something I've not really shown at all or discussed on the channel. And of course, that is just doing some fun cinematic stuff. That is decoupled mode, which I've just mentioned. That's probably the way to fight the 325A against the hammerhead to make this happen. But decoupled mode, we're actually in a position where we could probably have done decoupled mode because there's very few asteroids about. But I'm going to lose fuel any minute now. So we're taking some damage. We're leaving. Let's go. So yeah, if you're in decoupled mode, you probably could make this work. Again, even in decoupled mode, you need to use a bit of fuel. Why am I still thrusting? We're far enough away. So yeah, even if we're in decoupled mode, I love that damage detail though. Damn, that's pretty. You might be able to get a bit more success. But still, the fuel tank in that, not so good. Not so good. And I'm aggressive. I've taken the I've taken the Gladius against the hammerhead. I've taken the Avenger Titan against the hammerhead. And I am really aggressive with my boost. I'm not efficient with it at all. I don't know if I'm being more inefficient with the boost in that fight, but that is a style of my piloting. I demand a lot from the engines, and I'm just almost constantly holding down shift, which will activate your boost and suck up that hydrogen fuel massively. So maybe that's something I need to work on. And again, let's do another engagement with the hammerhead in this ship, using decoupled. Let's lure it out of the belt. Oh, that's just so pretty. Bloody hell, this game. Look at it. Oh, whoops. Look at this thing. Oh, very cool. Anyway, I'm going to run out of fuel. Let's do another fight. Not in today's episode. But let's do another fight in another episode where we do lure it out and try and use decoupled mode to see if we can do the hammerhead fight. But as it stands, my analysis is It's got enough maneuverability. Its shields are paper thin when it comes to hammerhead, but most things are. But you can get the shields back up. The weapon setup I've got here is doing enough damage. We got the shields down. We were doing that lovely gold damage. We were setting fire to the hull. It would have been a bit of a slog, probably about 15-20 minutes to get that kill. But these ships aren't designed to hunt hammerheads. It's just an exercise in the art of the possible. And this is another NPC, is it? That'll probably try and attack us when we're... I don't have the fuel for this. What are you? Aurora. I'm just going to land. I'm just going to land. I don't have the fuel for this business. So, what was I saying? That NPC distracted me. Yeah, it isn't designed to hunt hammerheads, so it isn't. So, this is just the art of the possible video that we did today, and it would be possible. Perfectly possible. You just would have to have patience in that loop, continue the fight, but with the hydrogen tank, it makes it not possible. It's not, like, if you have to go back to refuel like this, all that progress on that rear shield is gone, which is just... no good. Look at this thing coming into land. Whoa! Oh! Whoops, 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 whoops. Oh, we just ran out of fuel. We just ran out of fuel. That's why it was drifting. Look. We literally just ran out of fuel and we made it. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. The 325A, 900,000 credits. You'll have fun with this ship. And you saw that we managed a Valkyrie. We managed a Hurricane. Even though I think it let us off a little bit. It was being... I think it felt guilty because I was so upset with it. But we did manage those two VHRT targets. No problem at all. So you could take this thing out VHRT, bounty hunting, which per kill, and you could probably do this efficiently. So per kill, this thing is going to get you... Let's go stand over by the damage section. This thing's going to get you 20,000 AUC. And you could probably do it quick enough, I'd say, every 10 minutes on average, just because it takes a little bit longer to pop things. But, if you get a lot of practice with 3 to 5 minutes, so you're making your 100,000-ish every 15 minutes. So yeah, from an efficiency point of view, the 325A could be a great little nippy bounty hunter, NPC bounty hunter. The only problem being, of course, is you'll still come across that fuel efficiency, which means, you might need to actually go refuel it. There's no ship I've had to date where I need to refuel it as often as I believe the 325A. The Gladius does have fueling not issues, but you do feel like you do need to refuel the Gladius. I've noticed that if you're really pushing it. But the Origin 325A just feels like, yeah, those tanks, it's a thirsty thing. It's a thirsty thing. So anyway, in summary for today's video, the 325A versus the Hammerhead, it feels like it was a draw in terms of the war of attrition against each other. But if we had those fuel tanks, if we could go decoupled mode, this thing could no problem handle a Hammerhead, albeit with a little bit of damage. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we'll take the 325A out again and try that decoupled mode. But I just hope you have an awesome day, a brilliant week, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now. Just a bloody gorgeous ship. I can't believe we ran out of fuel. And smashed into the pad. Ah, Star Citizen. What an amazing game. You never continue to surprise me. Oh. That was meant to be like a cool epic walkaway, cutaway. And I've just missed the... I meant to go here. Bye, everybody. See you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye. Bye.